Hey, I'm Brian Van.
I'm Max Van.
Today we're going to break down the long-awaited, much-anticipated RST V4.1 Evo Kangaroo one-piece airbag race suit. Retail of this bad boy is $12.99 as of the time we're shooting this video. Please understand, we don't update videos for pricing changes, only the product itself has been completely redesigned. That's a good looking race suit.
Yep, my favorite. Probably the favorite suit I've ever worn. I have one of these myself, and it's comfortable, breathable, looks good, stylish, black.
Have you tested it?
Chicks dig it, and yes, I have tested it.
You have tested it?
Yeah.
So, in-motion airbag integrated into this V4.1 suit. Yes, even at that $1,299 price point. This suit features 60% kangaroo, 40% cowhide. How light is it?
Oh, it's super light. Like I've said, this is the favorite suit, my favorite suit I've ever worn. Like when you pick, I'm gonna say this. So we have the Pro Series, and then we have this. When you stand, like if you had one holding it by the collar, Pro Series in the left hand, and you have the V4.1 in the right hand, you're gonna get drugged down on the left side. You know, it's not
significant difference. He's overselling it just a little bit.
I am overselling it, but I will say this is much lighter, and I would say the breathability on this is like no.
There's more perforation here, without a doubt. There's more perforation.
100%.
And the cut of this suit is also, you know, a slimmer cut. Meathead here works out twice a day. He's shredded 150 pounds. So
I'm skinny though.
He's going to gravitate. Well, you're trying to be a racer, so you are a racer. So, you know, you don't want to weigh 200 pounds. No. So he's going to gravitate towards a suit that offers this kind of cut. It will, and we're going to show me in a size 54, and we'll talk about what shape I'm in or what size I am as well. But this is a more athletic, aggressively cut suit than the Pro Series. This is the same cut that we have in the non-airbag version of the 4.1. We sold a lot of those suits. People really like those suits for good reason. Now the protection it offers is just taken to the next level with the addition of the in-motion airbag system. Okay, another reference for sizing. I'm 5 feet 11 inches tall. 192 pounds, 32-inch waist. I'm wearing a size 54 Euro, 44 US. Underneath the suit, I have on just an undersuit. Remember, this comes complete with an integrated back protector. Without a doubt, this is a real performance race fit cut suit. I could go up one size to a 56 and simply have a little more operating room. If I want something that's a little less aggressive, a little less athletic, and it would get me a fit a little closer to what we see with the Pro Series Evo. Let's talk about that just a little bit right now. Fully integrated into the removable liner is the in-motion system. We'll talk more about that in the second part of this video. Important points are, the suit is going to come with the in box. This is the one we used for his training suit, which is the same thing that you're looking at right here. This is the controller, right? You have to sign up for an account on in-motion. We're going to talk more about this in other videos, and in-motion has some great stuff on their YouTube channel as well. You have to sign up for an account to get this thing activated. There's a couple of different ways to do it. Way one is you pay $400 and you own it, right? That's one way to do it. The way I would suggest is you sign up for their Revolution account, where you're basically leasing this. And here's the advantages. One, it's only $12 a month. If you don't ride for the full season, you're able to, on the monthly plan only, not the yearly plan or the classic, which is purchasing it outright, you're able to pause it from 1 to 4 months worth of time. It's $12 a month. It's really not a lot of money.
Smart.
But here's where it becomes important. With the Revolution plan, it's a lifetime warranty on the box as compared to 2-year warranty if you buy it outright. Say you have a crash and the thing just doesn't want to boot back up and doesn't work after. They're just going to replace it. And the service is going to be at a higher level as well. If you're having any technical issues, you reach out to their support here in the US, and they deem that you need a replacement. They send you a replacement without you sending the old one in, okay? And they send a shipping label for the old one to to go back to them.
Flip-flop process.
And it's a great service. Okay, we're going to talk more about this box in the second part of this video. User repacks. You don't have to send this thing in. Let's say you're riding at Barber and you have a little crash.
Yeah, not a little one, but...
And you deploy your airbag.
Yup.
You're $99 away. Let's say the suit's usable, right? You're good to go. Bike, you're going to fix it. We're ready to be back in business, but we'd like to be out there with our airbag. We're stocking the gas inflator cartridges that you need to do this. $99, right? There's videos. In Motion has a video. We're going to shoot a video repacking the one that he deployed already.
Woohoo.
Yeah, no, trust me, I was less excited, buddy. But it's good that we tested it for the customers to make sure that it works great. You buy this, you have this in your spares, right? You have a little tip over, you want your protection back in order. You can do that up to 5 times with this suit. So let's kind of think about that and talk about value a little bit and compare this to other stuff that's in the marketplace. So up to 5 user repacks at $99. You don't have to ship it anywhere. You don't have to wait.
No, do it in your garage, do it in your trailer, wherever.
Do it wherever, man. Yeah. And if you're smart, and you know that you have a tendency to fall here and there, just buy a spare canister when you order the race suit. Mm-hmm. You have it right there in stock, bada boom, you're back out on the racetrack, you're good to go. So value. Like, let's say that you fall in the suit, and some crashes, we've had times where you fell, and I wiped it off with Formula 409, and we were good.
100%. There are also some times when it doesn't go off, you know what I mean? So.
And there were other times where the suit needed repair.
Yeah.
There were times when the suit needed repair after the fact. Like, we had a seam that maybe was not great here. We fortified it with maybe a little duct tape or something.
Get after it.
Get you back out there, but we're able to keep the airbag, right, usable, and you're able to do that with this. So when you look at value, right, $1,299. Mm-hmm. Competitive systems out there that are on the same level as this, to have a suit that's on this level, sure. $2,000 or more.
100% you're spending around $2,000 or more.
Just for the suit.
Just for the suit.
No airbag.
No airbag.
Okay. Throw an airbag into it, we're at $3,000. With this suit, you could have 2 suits and multiple repacks for $3,000.
For sure.
2 suits and multiple repacks that you could perform right there at the racetrack. There's another benefit. When you take, and the unit is a standalone universal unit that can move from garment to garment. It takes additional layers of fabric to make that happen. It takes other zippers and all kinds of shit, and that all adds girth and weight.
100%.
And it all also adds heat.
Without a doubt.
You rode in this.
I rode in this. This is the most breathable suit I've ever worn in my life.
With an airbag.
With an air vest in it. You can see, it's black, so it's kind of hard, but you can see all the perforation. And like I've told many customers on the phone, with these, because we have a non-airbag version also, but with these suits, like, oh, it's black, it's going to be hot. I live in Atlanta, I ride at Road Atlanta all the time. It may be black, but I promise you, it's perfect.
It's not even an issue. I have a black Alpine Stars Racing Absolute. We were just down riding to Barber for 3 days. Mm-hmm. It's black. Once I start moving, you don't know what color it is because it's flowing air.
Yep.
Right? You had this on.
100%.
You were riding in Racing Absolutes last year.
Yeah.
That were black.
100%.
Yeah. The black is a non-issue. All right. We're slightly off the rails. We gave a lot of information.
Ton of information.
So let's talk about RST and the In Motion airbag, and what's the experience that we have with this thus far in the U.S.? Well, Team Hammer, right? Vision, Wheel, M4, X-Star, Suzuki, they've been using these things for, I think, 3 seasons now. Mm-hmm. Big team, one of the biggest in the paddock, multiple riders. They've smashed some bikes.
Yep.
They've crashed some suits. Their experience, Chris and John are friends of ours, their experience has been very good. I trusted enough that Max is racing in RST suits this year. Those suits that Max and the guys on the team are racing in, well, they're made with the same stuff by the same people in the same factory, right? Same materials. It's not like, hey, it's made at a different factory, it's completely custom. It's not like, no, it's made by the same people that make the off-the-rack stuff. Mm-hmm. That's something that RST has always done. They do that at every level, whether it's British Superbike or Moto America Superbike, or it's Moto America Junior Cup, right? Everybody's getting stuff that's basically the same. that the customer can get. This is a high quality piece. How much do I trust it? Obviously, I love this guy as my kid. His safety is super important to me. I'm putting him in it because I believe that at the end of the day, the amount of protection this provides is on par, and there's some things that are better with anything out there. Sure, there will be some differences. A difference is the Alpine Star coverage. It does give you some shoulder coverage with the airbag. The In Motion focuses on over the shoulders, over the cross of the back, all the way down the back, and all the way down the front. In my opinion, that is plenty of coverage.
Without a doubt, for sure.
Could the other coverage be beneficial? Yes. But also having the ability to repack this on your own?
It's like no other.
That's a big advantage.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, so you got to kind of weigh your pros and cons, and at the end of the day, take the words that I've said, the words that I've said about the other stuff. Those are great products. We used it for years.
100%. And with this RST suit, like I do have custom suits from them this year. Huge shout out to them. But this honestly feels really similar to my custom suit. Just everything all around.
Because it fits so good. We tried off the rack stuff, full disclosure, really off the rails. Now we got his custom suit measurements. They took his measurements, and I'm like, dude, you're a 50.
Yeah.
You're an off the peg 50.
And I think all we had to do is change a couple things in the forearms.
Like almost. I think they made the arms a little bit bigger for you.
Yeah.
That was all. Yeah, whatever, dude. That was all that they did. So, features and benefits of this. 60-40 split Kangaroo, right? Unmatched, stand right there in the middle. Unmatched mobility and perforation with the suit. External shoulder slider. Underneath that, there is level 2 CE certified shoulder armor. Motion panel here in the elbow. Look at this critical seam right here. That's super fabric reinforcement. That stuff is mega durable. There's Kevlar underneath the Kangaroo or the leather. I forget exactly where the Kangaroo leather splits are. I'm sure the seat of the suit is probably cowhide, using Kangaroo and like a lot of the forward-facing areas that don't hit the ground. Motion panel here in the elbow. Gigantic motion panels back here. These are all perforated from the top of the shoulder all the way wrapping around to the waist of the suit and the hip area, spanning across the waist. Race hump, 2 layers of leather in the seat, 4-way stretch fabric. Level 2 certified armor in the hip, level 2 certified armor in the elbow forearm, replaceable elbow slider, perforated motion panel here in the knee, external knee protector on top of the level 1 certified knee armor. Very important point now. The knee sliders that are on this suit are reverse Velcro. Don't worry. We are stocking everything it takes to support these suits. From the elbow sliders to the reverse knee pucks to the inflators.
And everything.
To the canisters and everything. Yes! You want a little more information? We have a lot more information for you. Stay tuned. Okay, the RST V4.1 Evo Kangaroo one-piece suit from the inside out. We're going to dive more into some of the details of the airbag and the inner workings of the suit, okay? Let's start off with, when you get this thing and you unzip it, you're going to first notice, you get the plastic bag, you're going to have a blue hanger that is marked airbag. All the suits that are coming from us from this run are going to have the in box. This is the brains of the system in this little bag right here. This is the one that goes with this suit. We're going to go ahead and put this to the side, and then I'm going to show you the in box and the app using the one that we have from Max's training suit, okay? Armor that's included in the suit. We've got level 1 CE certified armor in the knee and shin, level 2 armor in the elbow and forearm, level 2 armor in the hip, level 2 armor in the shoulder. It also has an integrated level 1 back protector that complements the protection you'll get from the In Motion airbag. Now let's talk a little bit about our in box. Give you a look at it. They have good video tutorials. It's a French company, but the videos are done in English for you. Video tutorials on their YouTube channel. I encourage you to take a look. We're only going to go so deep with this because realistically product support for this goes through In Motion, right? This is Max's unit. It has a little switch. That's your master on and off. Let's go ahead and open the app on my iPhone. Well, look at that. If you want to zoom in there, somebody's already tested the product for us. While we were down at Barber Motorsports Park, riding and getting ready for our 2023 season, Max was in one of the off-the-rack suits, and he had a crash and an airbag deployment. And I can tell you, it works exactly as designed. We're very happy, right, to have tested it for you. You'll see this app, I'll tell you right now, they did a great job. It's laid out super clean. You can see your battery percentage. This is going to walk you through repacking your suit. Yes, repacking your suit. As previously mentioned, you can repack this up to 5 times yourself by using the app and by purchasing from us an in-motion replacement canister, okay? This is your gas inflator. This is the one that we'll use ultimately to repack Max's suit. It's going to come with instructions. It comes with a little adapter. And once again, look to the video or look to the videos on the In Motion YouTube channel. This is an adapter that's going to allow you using like a bicycle pump. You just put a little bit of air in it to inflate your bladder to make sure that it's not leaking. It hasn't ruptured or anything like that. And here is your replacement inflator. As of today, these are $99. Super, super cheap. The process to repack it, as I've watched, is very easy. And I got to tell you, they did a great job with the app. The thing just works fantastic. We used this while we were down at Barber for 3 days. You know, I love that you can just see the battery percentage right there. While we're talking about battery, full charge from low charge to full charge, approximately 3 hours to get that done. Battery life is going to be 25 hours. The on and off switch, there's a master on and off that I just showed you, and that's like a little micro switch. I have to use a pen or something to engage that. It's right here, clearly marked on or off. And then there is a secondary switch right here. To turn this on and off while you have it installed in your suit, there is a secondary external switch that is right here in the center. You have to push it fast twice. It is now off. This will show you that it's off. To install it into the suit, you don't have to remove the liner to do this. We've done it for the purpose of this video, just so you have a better line of sight. Okay, to install this in the suit, all you have to do is you make sure the micro switch obviously is on. Get the slots lined up, pull over, you're going to hear it click. There is a lock and a release right here. Hold that in the upward position so the red is exposed. Push over, it comes right out. Like so. Super easy to use. If you have any questions with that, that's stuff the staff can help with to some degree, right? Beyond that, the real technical stuff, the real technical support, In Motion now has a U.S. office. I've already cold called them myself. They responded really quick. I was happy to see that. The airbag is stitched into the fully removable liner, okay? Product testing and expectations indicate this can be deployed 5 times before it needs to be replaced. You'll have to replace a canister each time, but the airbag itself can be deployed a total of 5 times. Your coverage area, you can see it comes down to the waist, goes over the shoulders. Everywhere you see white here, you can see it across the back. That zipper is. Right, spans across the back like so. And and then all the way down the back. You can kind of see that a little more clearly through the other side. Right there. So both sides, tremendous amounts of coverage on the back side. Comparing this to other systems that are on the market, and now we've used this, we've actually deployed it, and Max has ridden in the Alpine Stars Tech Air 10, Tech Air Race. Immediately, and this is the suit that he tested in, was the V4.1, right, the Evo suit. It's lighter. He said it was more comfortable to wear, and it flowed more air than the absolute race suit he'd been using previously with his Tech Air Race. Protection-wise, on the front, the back, and over the top of the shoulders, you have the same coverage. The Alpine Star bag, to be fair, does offer some coverage in the shoulder area. Is that a huge takeaway? No, I don't believe it is. What you want to have covered with this, more is never a bad thing, but what they've done here is more than adequate, okay? Obviously, you want to have the chest and the back, and then you want to be going over the shoulders to prevent that helmet from coming down and crushing the collarbone. The collarbone is the most common injury in road racing, right? This is going to serve to protect that like the other systems will. You are missing a little bit of protection as compared to the Alpine Stars unit on the shoulders. I think that's a moot point. I really don't think that is an issue whatsoever. The back protector that comes with this is level 1 certified, and this is also where your canister lives. So they've integrated that into the back side of the back protector. So that way you're shielded from it. It's kind of sandwiched. You have this outer shell, right? And then you have the canister in between it, and then you have the back protector. That's a level 1 certified back protector that's integrated right into the race suit. So even if you have a crash where the algorithm doesn't call for deployment of the airbag, you still have protection in the back area. So this could be worn as, standalone. No armor needs to be added in that area to use the race suit. If you're going to ride after a deployment and you don't have a spare canister, suit's still good to ride in, of course, assuming that fact, you still have coverage in this area. On that note, one of the things that we're committed to doing here is making sure that we have all the supplies that our customers are going to require in order to support these suits. If you know you're a crasher, what I would probably do is we have these in stock, I would order one of these replacement gas inflators to go with my suit. That way you have this in your spares. You happen to have a crash and it goes off and you want to finish your weekend, but you don't want to do that without the airbag protection. You're literally $99 away and a few minutes from getting this right back to where it was before you had the crash. The 5 deployments, 5 crashes on one suit. That's a lot on the shell of the suit. I think most of you out there, if you have experience with this, you're probably going to agree with the point that I'm making right now. The current retail on the V4.1 Evo suit, it's $1,299, okay? At the end of the day, and with Max, this has held up great, right? We're good to go. He's going to continue using that training suit throughout the season. You crash in it 5 times, odds are, especially if you haven't been repairing it, you're probably going to be to the end of its life cycle, and the most intelligent decision would be just to purchase a new race suit. They're super affordable when you compare this to the other suits that are out there in the market. Number one, you have a suit that alone, when you look at the features, benefits, protection of this suit, you put a different brand name on it, this thing's probably going to retail for $2,000 or north of $2,000 without an airbag. And then you go to put an airbag in it, well, depending on the model, you're looking at $1,000 or another $1,100. So we're somewhere in that $3,000 price point. You can get 2 of these with integrated airbags and repack a few times for less than that, okay? And it's important to note, even with those other suits, right, the other systems out there, and they're good systems. We used them for years. I'm not going to shit talk any of that. Stuff worked great. It's talking about value right now. You know, with the other stuff, even when you fall in those suits, those are no more bulletproof, right? You know, every crash is a little bit different. Sometimes you have a fall and it just turns out great. It's just barely scuffed. You deployed your airbag. Let's go, right? Other times, you're on the ground for a long time. You end up wearing through some of the panels and you have to send them to like Heroic, right? Or Sportbike leather service to get repaired, right? There's a great family that comes around to the Moto America events. Sage Tailors, they repair literally right there, or you can send it to them. They do nice work too. And quite often, that is what you end up having to do. So when you look at the value of this, the performance of the garments first is unbelievably comparable, right? You're giving away nothing, but you're picking up a whole lot more value. You could probably talk about this airbag for days. We're going to segue away from that now and talk a little bit about the shell of the suit itself, maybe hitting some of the points that we started off with. With this V4.1, it is currently available in only the one color that you see. I believe we're going to be placing an order for a different color on this. We'll be the first ones to do that in the world. Tremendous motion panels, tremendous class-leading perforation. So these giant leather motion panels back here, fully perforated. Top end four-way stretch, Kevlar reinforcement. Another segmented perforated panel there. Large motion panel at the waist is perforated. Couple layers of leather here in the seat. Integrated tailbone protector. Four-way stretch down into the back of the leg. You get to the arm of the suit. Motion panel in the elbow. Elbow slider. Super fabric reinforcement. That's one of the most vulnerable seams right there in the V of the elbow. Integrated shoulder protector that goes over top of the level 2 CE certified shoulder armor to really bolster protection in that area. This thing is 60/40, 60 Kangaroo, 40 cow. I can't even tell you how light this thing is, right? Front of the suit, massive amounts of perforation. It's important to note all your four-way stretch is going to flow air freely. Got neoprene trim at the cuffs of the sleeves. Coming down the leg of the suit, large perforated panel here in the quad. Perforated motion panel here at the knee. Integrated knee protector that works in complement with this level 1 certified CE armor, right? And there's some other padding that's built into this area too. I'll show you that in a second. Reversible knee sliders with the factory, the V4.1 suit. This has reverse Velcro knee sliders. Don't worry, I'm stocking those too. We got those things stocked up deep for you to make sure that all the things you buy these from us, we're the only source for this currently in the US. You buy these from us, I want to make sure that I have the stuff to keep you out there riding, having a good time, most importantly, being safe. Get inside the suit. There is some of that additional padding I wanted to show you right there. Grip panel here at the knee. Helps to interact with the tank or the grip panels or the grip pads you have on your bike. Use a little bit less energy to squeeze the tank and hold on to the bike. Get inside the suit. They've been making race suits for a long time. The suit that you see here, this is made by and made in the same way as Max's custom printed RST suits for the Moto America season and other riders that you see throughout the world racing in factory RST suits. It's the same as the Evo 4.1. They're not doing different things for their sponsored riders, right? At the end of the day, it's essentially the same garment. You'll see the guys at Team Hammer here in Moto America. They've been riding in these suits for 3 years now. Trust me when I tell you, some bikes get crashed on that team. It's a big team competing at the highest level here in the US. They have held up just great. There is some Kevlar reinforcement in this suit too. Some of it you can see very clearly right here. This is one of the key impact zones. You know, you have a low side, that portion right here just ends up on the ground. If it's a long corner, you're on the ground for a long time, that Kevlar just helps to ensure that we're not making it through the material to the rider. You also have your armor in there, of course. The little elbow slider is replaceable. That is universal between this and the Pro Series model. At the end of the day, the quality is superb. This stuff has been proven and tested many, many times over. You know, I think one of the reservations that some people might have is, you know, when you see different technologies introduced into the marketplace and then here comes something down the road that it's more affordable, right? It brings more value. But the first thing a lot of people are going to do is kind of question it. Oh no, is this going to be as good? Is this going to work for me? Well, with anything, there's no guarantees. With any of the systems, there's no guarantees. But what we have learned over 4 seasons of riding in the airbag stuff now is it, without question, makes a big difference in the outcome of a lot of these crashes. My son Max has been racing and riding in the Tech Air race from Alpine Stars since it was introduced. And I got to tell you, the stuff treated him great. We had great success with it. We highly recommend that to all of our customers and will continue to do so. With the RST and the In Motion partnership, having the integration in the suit, I think is an advantage. You don't now have these additional layers upon layers. All those layers reduce mobility and introduce more heat. That's the bottom line. There are certain advantages, one could argue, to having the airbag be an individual piece. One of those advantages would be if you completely trash the suit, you are then able to keep that airbag and take it onto that next suit. My counterpoint there is going to be a simple one. This is the top-end version that we have for RST right now, integrated with the airbag. It's $1,299. Any of the suits that are compatible with those other systems, the suit itself is likely to be $2,000, right? So the money part completely adds up. The stuff is great. It holds up. Proven once again here in Moto America with Team Hammer. That team has been, this is their 3rd full season in the RST stuff. That's something Chris and I are good friends, the team owner there, Chris and John, kind of help connect those dots for them. You see Chris in the paddock, you see any of the Team Hammer riders, you ask them about the suits, you're going to get honest feedback, and I can tell you right now, it's going to be really positive. And then here's the big one. When we go racing, that's my son that's out there on the bike. This isn't just some rider on some bike that I put together, right? Not that I don't love everyone, but I can promise you I probably don't love him as much as I love my own son. I would not put him in anything if I felt we were taking a step back in terms of protection. And you're going to see Max out there competing in Junior Cup 2023 Moto America in RST. I think that's about as good of a testimonial as anyone could give. If you have any questions, leave those in the comments section of this video. I answer all that stuff myself, and I'm honestly here to make sure that you're ready for your next ride, just like we are.